What's going on, everybody? SuperSaiyanPaul here, back at again with some more Dragon Ball Super news, information, and announcements, guys. Before we jump into this video, guys, there's going to be some major spoilers, so make sure you guys click off of the video if you guys do not want to be spoiled as to what's going to be happening in the most recent events of Dragon Ball Super. We're up to Dragon Ball Super Chapter 50 in the manga, and everything's been translated thus far, and as of today, we're about to dive right in. So, Dragon Ball Super Chapter 50, The Great Escape. We finally get to know what Moro had wished for with that third wish that was very mysterious and ominous for the past few chapters. It turns out, he decided to use that final wish to free all of his buddies from prison, so now the threat has just become that much more powerful. Them being freed from prison, they head to New Namek, and alongside Moro, they start fighting the Z Warriors. Moro uses his powers to power up all of these escaped prisoners and has created an army of sorts. This way, he can go and consume planet energy at his will. So, now stepping at the forefront, these galactic prisoners are going to be fighting Goku and Vegeta. And what we know here is that both Goku and Vegeta were actually tearing them apart while they were in Super Saiyan Blue. But as the fight drags on, Super Saiyan Blue turns to Super Saiyan Red, or Super Saiyan God, and then drops down to Super Saiyan 3 and down even into their base form. Their powers are steadily being drained, and Goku and Vegeta can't exactly figure out why until they pinpoint it that it's Moro. Moro is draining their energy as they're fighting, and it's just making it very unbearable to fight these guys because they can't keep up with their strength at this level. We even see the battles taking a lot of toll on the Grand Supreme Kai. Even he can't fight back and is being absolutely demolished in the corner there. So what happens here is that they decide to take a tactical retreat. Moro has won this battle, and none of them can actually have a position to actually get a foothold in this battle. So what they decide to do is teleport back to Galactic HQ. So with that being said, the Grand Supreme Kai decides to teleport back, and then Goku grabs whoever he can, with the exception of Vegeta. Vegeta gets absolutely aggravated at the fact that he's a Saiyan, this is his pride, and that they're about to retreat, but he does not decide to go with Goku. Goku goes back to the Galactic Patrol. However, Vegeta flags down one of their ships, the Galactic Patrol ships, and then has them redirected to Yardrat, Planet Yardrat. Planet Yardrat is the planet that Goku originally learned instant transmission on. We know this from when Goku had escaped Namek the first time in a Saiyan space pod that was programmed to go there. But what could Vegeta possibly want from Planet Yardrat? Is there some new technique that we didn't see yet? Is he trying to learn instant transmission? The reason why myself would say that I don't necessarily think he wants instant transmission is because he used to make fun of these type of techniques, and on top of that, there's multiple users that can use it. There's gotta be something else that Vegeta knows that we don't. Everyone take a second and go to the comment section below and tell me, what do you guys think that the Yardratians actually have in their arsenal that Vegeta could possibly want? We know that Moro has freed all these prisoners. We know that Vegeta's power level in Super Saiyan Blue can take them on. We know that Moro is trying to get all the energy from the planets with his own will without having anyone get in his way. He's created a massive army with prisoners that are constantly getting stronger, and he's constantly buffing them. So now the threat has just become much more. Now, something that I can appreciate about this manga chapter is the fact that this Galactic Prisoner arc just got super big. Like, we already knew that it was Goku, Vegeta, the Grand Supreme Kai, and Moro on Planet Namek, but now the rest of the universe is being opened up to this, because now we have all these other characters, maybe a small team that they may be focusing on later on within these new prisoners, as well as going back to old planets. It's as if we're reliving the Namek arc, and we have much more to go with from here. Now, at this point in time, there was absolutely no indication as to what Vegeta is seeking on Planet Yardrat. We just know that they have special techniques. And with that being said, what could they possibly do from there that could actually defeat Moro? We know Moro can be sealed, and it's just oddly enough that Vegeta's headed to this planet where he already had mocked in the same exact manga chapter that he doesn't like these fancy parlor tricks. So with that being said, what is Vegeta's real initiative here? And something that I can respect about this chapter is that not only do they expand the universe and the scope of this fight, technically because of the fact that they brought back the Yardrats in reference and they've got all these new prisoners, but Vegeta and Goku are now separate separated, and the Grand Supreme Kai is alongside Goku over there, but now that Vegeta's off on his own, it adds more mystery, it adds maybe another hidden buff that Vegeta could possibly unlock, and it could also add for another element that may be crucial to the battle later on. I also like that this is kind of similar to the Goku Black arc. The amount of times that these guys have gotten knocked down and gotten back up to fight is absolutely respectable. But now here they are retreating yet again, and we don't know what they're gonna get out of this one. When they did it in the Goku Black arc, everyone got buffed, went back to fight Goku Black, and actually tore him apart. Now it seems as though we're getting a similar type of thing to this formula with the dark characters, so it's gonna be very interesting to see what they may pull out of the bag with this one. Just when we thought that Vegito is done with this type of pouty, isolated Saiyan pride mode where he blasts off out of nowhere, he's still true to his old character and does this yet again. Now, I'm not sure if this would fit his new character that's really built upon everything that's happened in Dragon Ball and actually ran away from everyone, but from this, it seems as though it was literally a blast from the past. This entire chapter, this entire arc thus far, that's something that I really like, but hopefully they build upon this further. Now, I'm just going to take a moment and try to speculate on some random theories that just popped into my head as I was reading this, because the only reason we know the Yardrats or the Yardratians race is because of the move Instant Transmission. Yes, they have other techniques. However, it makes sense, and at the same time it doesn't, because of the fact that both Goku and the Grand Supreme Kai has instant transmission and Vegeta doesn't. It's not as if he has to go there to learn this technique. So what exactly is he going to be trying to do here? Is Vegeta going to learn a new sealing technique over there? Is he going to train? I'm not necessarily sure if training is the best course of action over there. There are much other better alternatives elsewhere. That's why I can respect this chapter. They got rid of one mystery, being the final wish, and they created a few more with what Vegeta is going to be doing over here. If it's anything related to instant transmission and the Yardrats, I think he may be going to go and recruit people so that way they can fight alongside him, or finding a way to stop him from being powered down by MORO'S magic. It's getting infuriating that he's constantly been trying to fight and MORO'S magic keeps intertwining with everything that they've been trying to accomplish here. Vegeta knows that in Super Saiyan Blue he can beat them. It's just that he can't maintain the form with all of this energy being transferred. So what exactly can they do about it? This is just going off on a spectrum here, but imagine this, alright? The number one thing that would make this arc probably one of the greatest arcs in history for me, imagine if they continue to move forward with fighting Moro. Vegeta disappears from the scene for a bit as he's on Planet Yardrat. Goku and the Grand Supreme Kai head back to go and fight Moro in some capacity. They defeat a bunch of Moro's prisoner henchmen and finally get back to Moro, only to get beat down. There's a moment where Moro is about to kill one of them, or even someone of vast importance from the other Z fighters if he ends up getting to that point. All of a sudden, it's similar to that moment in the Avengers where on your left, and all of a sudden everyone from the other universes or some other incredibly strong fighters show up, and they show up and arrive to take on Moro with Vegeta leading them. Imagine if he goes to Universe 6 through the power of instant transmission and finds a way to go and get those Saiyans, or even Broly, and really recruit as many Saiyans as possible for the fight against Moro. Now, like I said, take that with a grain of salt. That's all purely theory and speculation, but I want you guys to comment down below with what you guys think they would possibly do in this scenario, and what would be the best case scenario to make you guys absolutely fall in love with this arc and make it one of your favorites of all time. I love the Goku Black arc simply because of its just dark tone and everything that we kind of saw in fan manga after Dragon Ball Z ended fused together with the main storyline. So I was very happy with that arc, besides the ending, which was rushed. However, they have a much better chance to make this one absolutely great, and I'm hoping that they don't mess this one up. So what do you guys think that Vegeta's getting on Planet Yardrat? Do you think he's going to be stopping his abilities from being drained by Moro? Do you think that he's going there to recruit people? Do you think he's going to be there to learn instant transmission? What do they have that we don't know about that they're going to be revealing and bringing to light? Their race in particular wasn't really fleshed out compared to every other race that we've really seen in this series, especially with the universe Tournament of Power. With that, they really showed every other universe, but like even their own planet in this one, in their own universe, this one hasn't really been fully fleshed out, and this is a good chance for them to go back there and build that area up. I barely remember these characters other than some of the video games, and it's a good chance for them to really flesh these characters out. It's kind of ironic because for me, the two video games that come to mind for me with the Yardrats are Dragon Ball MMO. They have a huge role in the story there, as well as Dragon Ball Sagas. For some reason, I remember this one mission back in the day. This wasn't the greatest of games, but you were actually training on Planet Yardrat, and it wasn't canon at the time, but let's see what they end up doing. It actually isn't canon at all. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'll be seeing you guys with more updates as they are unveiled. Thank you guys so much for the support. See you guys next time. Take care. Peace.